I like Coach Flores more and more every single month. Seriously, I just not every year, every month. There's something that just it's kind of like a library and you're stacking books, right? And it's just like another chapter, another book that the guys put in there, and it's like building your case on why the guy's a good coach and why you like him and everything about him. It's just professional, the way he carries himself. You can tell that he's pretty good at connecting with players in a way like he send what I mean by connecting is he is sending his message and it's well received. In other words, good or bad. Okay? Good or bad. There's no BS in between. It is what it is. He tells you and that's it and you move on. The way he's handled this team, the way his players get better, the first 2 years that he's been here, they from the first day to the last day, there's always improvement, you know? I just everything I mean, the lack of penalties. We after Shula left, this team became one of the teams that, is committing all tons of penalties and one of the worst. Since he took over, they're one of the ones that commit the least amount of penalties. And it's amazing if you don't turn over the ball, if you don't commit penalties. Okay, if you're not making mistakes, you're gonna be in every game, and that's what he's trying to do. Have a team that's disciplined, that doesn't make a lot of mistakes, that is smart with the football, and then if you do all those kind of things, the talent level isn't necessarily that much different from one team to another. Obviously, when you have a quarterback and you don't, that makes a huge difference. But overall, talent around the NFL, it's kind of the system's set for you to be around 500 automatically. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a good coaching staff, you're going to be in a lot of games. And if you play smart, you're going to have chances to win a lot of games. And that's what he has done. Even in the first year, while they were a disaster the first half because they were so young and green and raw and so many of these guys didn't even know each other. I mean, remember Fitzpatrick said, the first week I was going out in the field introducing myself to some of these guys that I don't really know. You know what I mean? That's how bad it was. And even with all that said, they got better as the year went on. And they got better. And in the second half, they learned how to win. They learned how to make less mistakes, all of those kind of things. And these are the building block signs that he constantly shows why he's the right coach. Seriously. And what I love is we have maybe not me, but I say we as football fans and media and all that, they've questioned him a whole bunch of times, right? And the first year about all that tanking stuff, and he was steadfast on it, and it had nothing to do with tanking. It's just they went really young, and they had to teach their players how to win. And that's what it was all about, and it's always been about winning. That's the part I think that's the one defining mark about Flo that he has proven, even in his second year. Some people, "Oh, I don't like that they're pulling Tua and this and that." It's not about pulling Tua, it's about the team. If Tua's ready to continue and play well and under the circumstances, bad line, at that moment, you're getting pressure, your weapons aren't that good. All right, let me throw the 17-year veteran that's seen everything in sight. That gives him a better chance than the kid that doesn't know the offense. We've limited the offense to him, and then he's got all the other limitations. Meanwhile, it's people saying, "Oh, no, but you got to keep Tua in there." And it's like, you don't have all the facts. Okay. If you have all the facts, kid's coming back from a hip surgery. Kid didn't have any offseason, doesn't know the offense perfectly. The offense wasn't suited for him. The weapons aren't great. The line is young and green still. So let's put in the other guy because the kid isn't ready to overcome all that adversity. 3-4 years from now, when Tua's a seasoned veteran, you bring him back to that first year, last year, and he would be able to handle it a lot better. But since he's not there at that point, it's all understandable. And while Flo doesn't want to lose the team. He wants to try to win. And the team knows that, hey, at the moment, yeah, we like the kid, but hey, we're better off with Fitz at the moment to try to get by. And sure enough, that's what they did. And while others were questioning him, he stayed strong throughout the entire thing, and he was doing the right thing for the team because it's not just about one individual. You're developing everything on that team. So you can't have a what is it, a myopic point of view? Is that, I think, the way you would say it? You can't have that kind of point of view where you're just it's a tunnel type of thing that you're only focused on one thing. That can't be the way it's done. You've got to have a broader approach to all of it. Or like instead of micro macro, you know what I mean? And put it that way. So this guy has proven over and over and over again that he understands this game, knows his team really well, right? And hasn't lost them one bit. That's another thing because we've watched over the years other players tune coaches out. I've been in locker rooms that they've tuned out the coach. I've watched it from my home. I've watched it from bars. I've watched it all over time. I've watched this whole thing, fall apart over and over again. The first year he should have lost his team. He should have lost his team the first half of the season. Did he? No, not at all. So to me, I'm with you. Flo is just a guy that constantly proves that he knows what the hell he's doing, man.